This is for you if you've been waiting months and months or even years for your manifestation. I'm going to tell you 5 things that are delaying your manifestation, and I saved the best for last. I would appreciate you subscribing right down at the bottom so that you can get your breakthrough, and we'll jump right into it. Number 1 is you watch the news too much. Now, if you think about it, the news is very fear-based. So when you're watching the news, you're constantly being programmed. Your subconscious is being programmed because all of this information on the state of the economy and what's going on in the world, it's being fed to you. It's being spoon-fed to you, and it's playing into your beliefs. So you're constantly on this conditioning of being in fear, being in flight or flight, being in survival mode. I stopped watching the news years and years ago because the way I see it is if there's something that I need to know that's going on in the world, then the information will show up for me. I can read headlines, and we can leave it at that. Now, I'm not saying you can never look at the news again or know what's going on in the world, but the point is you don't have to look at it every day. You don't have to. You can know what's going on, and see the important stuff that's relevant and move on. You don't have to give it any of your energy. But if you think about it, there's so many people that watch the news, that literally watch the news all day long and literally feed into this fear-based programming every single day. I promise you, when you turn that off, you'll automatically raise your vibrational frequency. Number 2 is you don't show appreciation or gratitude for what you already have. You're already abundant. Now, you can have an abundance of lack or you can have an abundance of what you want. That's up to you. I coach you on how to realize your abundance and make the abundance that you want visible to you. See it like this. If you're manifesting an extra $1,000, then you have a bank account, you have some money in there. Appreciate the money that you do have because that is a vibrational frequency of abundance. So you get to receive more abundance. If you are manifesting clients, and if you've had clients before, at some point before, show appreciation and gratitude for those clients that you did have because you're in the vibrational frequency of abundance. So you get to attract and shift into a reality where you have more clients. Appreciate the abundance of oxygen that you're able to breathe. Appreciate the abundance of water that you have to drink. Appreciate the abundance of it's all around you. Start seeing it, start realizing it. Because when you realize that abundance is all around you, then you can have the vibrational frequency of abundance with anything. Number 3, you keep blaming others for where you're at in life right now. So placing the blame on somebody because of where you're at in life can look like you not taking accountability for where you're at. You're making it seem like, oh, my parents never gave me a leg up in life. That's why I don't have this amount of money. Oh, my cousin made me upset 20 years ago and made fun of me, so that's why I'm where I'm at right now. Sure, you have energetic ties to these people on your part. So I would recommend you do forgiveness. Ho'oponopono will do wonders for you. When you're placing blame on someone for where you're at in life, you're basically saying that they control you. They are co-creating your reality. Apparently, they are controlling your thoughts. They're controlling your feelings. They're controlling your actions. But that's just not the case. It's you. It's all on you. So if you say that somebody didn't give you a leg up, well, it's time for you to take a look at your limiting beliefs. Take a look at the experience that gave you that limiting belief in the first place. Because when you're able to free up some energetic space, then you have room for your manifestation to come, and it comes fast. Number 4 is you're constantly triggered, but you're not doing anything about it. So that can look like every time that you go to pay for groceries or something that's over $100, you get this extreme tenseness or anxiety. Or this can be if you're talking to somebody and if they're saying something negative, it triggers you. Anytime you're talking to somebody that is quote unquote being negative, it triggers you, then that is your cue to take a look at your limiting beliefs. Because if you didn't have a limiting belief, then people that are being negative, they wouldn't affect you. This can even be like you're triggered around people that are shy or introverts or just don't talk much or have social anxiety. If that triggers you in some type of way, you have a strong emotion towards that, then that means that you have a limiting belief. It has nothing to do with them. You have a limiting belief. It can go back to probably when you were younger. Maybe you were that shy person. So take a look at your limiting beliefs, and instead of placing blame or looking towards somebody else externally, Pay more attention to your inner world, because your inner world is only reflecting to you what you already have going on within your beliefs. Number 5, I saved the best for last. You a hater. By that, I mean that you are jealous or envious of someone that has quote unquote more than you. It reminds me of when I was younger, and I have this memory of my cousin, because we were singing, like she was, quote unquote, the singer of the family. And so, and we had to have been like 5, I want to say. But people were praising her for her singing. So she sang and then I sang. And I think we were singing the song Ghetto Superstar. but so she sang, then I sang. But people, the way I remember it, or the way I remembered it, was that people were praising her and not me. And so for that though, I shifted now, since I'm able to shift my limiting beliefs, and I'm very aware about the belief part of things. I was able to shift that limiting belief that I had with that and the emotion that came with that. Because you can see it like this. The limiting beliefs that came from when you were younger, sometimes they may seem like they weren't a big deal, but they actually play out in your day-to-day life. That's why it's so important to do this inner development, because it affects everything. It influences your reality. Can you relate to what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, I know this happens for a lot of you, and getting on this haterade, but just check your limiting beliefs, because you'll find something. So a quick recap. Once you stop watching the news, once you start appreciating what you already have, once you stop placing blame on others for where you're at in life and shift your limiting beliefs, and once you start noticing when you're triggered emotionally and identify that limiting belief and shift it, and once you stop being a hater and shift your limiting beliefs on that, you will manifest you'll manifest what you want fast. It'll happen quick. It'll happen effortlessly. It'll happen easily, because the limiting beliefs are just bogging you down. Clear the energetic crap and you get what you want. Because, lovely souls, you get to live the life that you desire. If you feel in your heart of hearts that just going to work and coming home, cooking dinner, watching your kids or play with your kids and watching TV is getting boring, or it's getting tiring, or you're just tired of it in general, then that just means that type of life is out of alignment with you. And you know that there is more for you. You know that you desire this freedom. You know that you desire this fulfillment in life by doing what you love to do. You get to have that. And you get to be emotionally resilient too. And that's the thing. I teach the emotional resilience part of things, because that's when obstacles pop up in your life and setbacks or failures. How do you respond to those? How do you cope with that? How do you shift past that? There's more for you, and you feel it in your heart. You feel it in your soul. You feel it with every fiber of your being. There's more to life. There's more to life than being stuck in your feelings. There's more to life than having these setbacks that happen in life and then being thrown off emotionally for months and months on end. It doesn't have to be like that. Once you learn to shift your limiting beliefs, life looks different on the other side. Life looks more like when setbacks and failures happen, you see those as opportunities. And those opportunities, you transmute that energy into abundance, because you get to be abundant. I show you how to be abundant. You're watching this video for a reason. You were guided here, and I'm here to be your manifestation bestie and show you and help you realize what life can look like for yourself and what's possible for yourself. And so you can book a free clarity call with me down below, and we can transform your life within 30 days.